West Missouri man continues his fight to open a horse slaughterhouse. Another community already knows what it's like to have such a plant. Many in the Texas town an hour east of Dallas are much happier since it went away. KQ2's Alan Van Zandt has more.
My great-grandfather built this.
Paula Bacon is a fifth-generation Kaufman, Texas resident.
This is the old office building for P.G. Bacon Lumber Company.
Bacon is a former mayor of Kaufman and is proud of her community, except for one fact.
It was perceived universally and just 100% as that place that you kill horses.
Dallas Crown Packaging operated in Kaufman as a horse slaughter plant for 25 years.
It was just a tremendous negative to our how people looked at our town.
It closed in 2007 when the practice was banned in the U.S., while Bacon was mayor. Aside from the stigma of having a horse slaughter plant in town, Bacon says another problem with Dallas Crown was its location.
It's the first thing you see when you come into our community, and of course the fact that it backed up to a neighborhood was really awful.
Robert Eldridge owns the land right next to the plant with his wife Julene.
Kill day was the worst day of all. They would kill horses and the smell was terrible.
Eldridge says it wasn't a good place to raise a family.
You could hear them whinnying all night. You could hear them stomping in their little corral there.
Bacon and others said there were also problems with waste generated from the plant.
The plant was putting in the wastewater system way more polluted water than was permitted.
We tried to find someone who would go on camera with us and say something positive about the plant, be it economic development or jobs created, but we couldn't. Instead, neighbors said their property values went down, their quality of life went down. And now, 7 years after closing, the building still sits vacant and idle, and for sale, there are no takers. In northwest Missouri, Rains Natural Meats continues its fight to open a horse slaughter plant. Owner David Rains says he wouldn't have the problems the plant in Texas had. His would be isolated out in the countryside, and he wouldn't have any of the environmental concerns that there were in Texas.
Our clay liner was tested for its permeability, which means that it does not leak.
It's a battle that will continue between Rains and animal rights supporters. Alan Van Zandt, KQ2 News.
Rains' efforts at opening have been held up in court and by Congress. The federal budget passed last month defunded USDA inspections of horse plants. Rains says he's looking at his options, including the courts.